Hello, Internet. This is BoneCarlos coming to you live from Daybreak to bring you another StarCraft 2 Shoutcast commentary kind of thing with me. Pretty much from here on out until one of us dies is going to be Esnov. Say hello, Esnov.
What up?
Wow, be more awkward. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and move on forward from that. The players today are going to be ItsHENRYJ spawning as the Red Zerg. His opponent is going to be Evo NinjaDuckBob spawning as the Blue Protoss. On Daybreak, hopefully we see some Forge Fast Expand action, even though this is a huge area to cover. May the Force, automatically I want NinjaDuckBob to win, not only because he is a Protoss player, because he has the ways of the Force. And I feel like I'm talking way too much. Esnov, take it away while I take a sip of my cranberry juice.
Yep, gotta prevent those UTIs, man. It's a real shit. But anyways, this is a PVZ. I say T because I have Tearing on the brain all the time. But this is a PVZ on Daybreak between two gold players.
That's it? That's
I know, that makes it sound terrible.
just a little bit, but that's a-okay. It's a learning experience for Esnov. Me, not so much, because I already blah, 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 as obviously I'm just stumbling all over my words. It looks like NinjaDuckBob might be going for some kind of cheeky shenanigans. He has his pylon here in his main base, a forge in his main base as well, so it's gonna be an awkward Forge Fast Expand, maybe. What do you think? What do you make of this? What do you think NinjaDuckBob is doing?
Looking for quackers. Oh no, but seriously though, he may be trying for a cannon contain of some sort here. This is kind of strange, got the spawning pool going, but yet no expansion at this time period. This is a really late expansion. And I was just about to say that gold players in this day and age are better than when I was gold, but I think I may have to retract that.
Oh, don't say stuff like that. It turns off the viewers, but people come in different shapes, ways, and forms. I just think there's a big disparity between high and low league players. So a low gold is very much different from a high gold. Same as on platinum and diamond as well. NinjaDuckBob is doing something a little bit interesting. He's putting down his photon cannon in his main base. And then he's putting down his Nexus as well. So if he's listening, if he's watching this, NinjaDuckBob, why not put your initial pylon right here at the bottom of the ramp where I'm highlighting it currently? Your forge right next to it. Another pylon here. And then a cannon, a gateway here in this area, just to complete that wall off. It just provides a little bit of a safer opening, just because you're covering your natural expansion that much better, instead of having that initial cannon right here at your main base, which is pretty much doing nothing. If Zerglings decide to attack here, there is nothing protecting it. That's generally what a Forge Fast Expand does, is containing this initial expansion, creating this initial expansion, and seeing as how you already have a pylon there at the natural expansion of your Zerg opponent, Zerglings are on the way, and you're gonna have to waste another 150 minerals to put down a cannon in here. I'm just explaining the basis of a Forge Fast Expand for posterity's sake, for the viewers at home and stuff. I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about.
Definitely. Yep, and games could be won and lost by good or bad building placement, or even unit placement. I know that better than a lot of people.
Yeah, and definitely, and NinjaDuckBob is actually he completed off his wall off, so I'm actually liking this.
Yep, he's getting it going here. And one little change that I want to kind of point out about here is you got this unbuildable terrain over here that you got to kill off.
Yeah.
So that kind of changes a little bit of the dynamic of the game now. But certain strategies won't work, like cannon contains and whatnot. You can't really do that anymore because of those rock plates, which I really like that.
Right, definitely.
It's a good addition to the map for sure.
Yeah, and right now it looks like NinjaDuckBob is putting down a second photon cannon, which I don't generally agree with, because this is generally a third photon cannon, given his build order. I mean, if he's out there listening, I mean, look, this wall off, perfect. This pylon at the lower, this photon cannon here, this gateway here, this pylon there with that Nexus, perfect wall off. I'm actually very much digging that. But why not swap out this gateway for the forge, and then that second photon cannon for your first, and then that pylon there for your third pylon, and you just save yourself, oh, I don't know, 250 minerals. And you could...
Best switch.
Holy Zerglings.
Oh, wow. Oh, he's going for it.
Yeah, he is, and wow. Not sure if NinjaDuckBob...
Hey man, that one cannon is made to stop him.
Yeah, I mean, this one cannon will not stop all of those Zerglings, definitely, but it looks like NinjaDuckBob was psychic, and everything I have said about having that photon cannon there maybe paid for itself off in killing off maybe 4, maybe 5 Zerglings there.
Yeah, wow.
Wow.
That was actually a really good defense. And that cannon killed a couple lings, like you said, was the vocal point of their attack, which only a certain number of Zerglings could surround that cannon based on having to sit next to the mandatory pylon, and of course next to that nexus. So it took a little while to kill, and he had a fair amount of probes, which he did lose some, yes, but he's not dead, so wins.
Yeah, so NinjaDuckBob, I don't know if you're psychic or not, or if you saw those 37 Zerglings coming at you from 5 minutes out, but way to go. Now he's going to go ahead and corner boost out these Zealots, and go ahead and try to give himself a little bit of a wall off there, but reinforcement 17,000 Zerglings are coming in. Again, here comes the photon cannon is going to go ahead and start picking away. Zerglings are going to go do the run by. It looks like NinjaDuckBob is trying to cut him off, but pylons or probes versus Zerglings never a good thing. Zealots are there. One goes down, second is going to go down very quickly, but not before they get themselves plenty of kills. That photon cannon is still in range. Repelled yet again. Oh my Jesus.
Now, the photon kill itself had 12 kills. One thing I want to point out, too, about that first Zergling attack is that they actually traded relatively evenly. Blue lost 750 resources, red lost 700.
Wow.
So that was essentially an even trade. But the thing was is that, yes, Blue lost workers, but he already has his expansion is natural, kind of already up and running. He can easily chrono boost that back out. Whereas at that point, Red had just then got his expansion up, and those lings could have hypothetically been larvae. So it was a wash that I'd give to the Protoss player, despite losing 50 more resources.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, 700 minerals is how many Zerglings, X amount of Zerglings. That could be hypothetically X amount of drones instead, especially if your opponent is forged fast, depending on how he is. Yeah, and you are very much correct. Washed in the favor of the Protoss player, just because all those Zerglings also cost larva.
Exactly, and that's the tricky thing about Zerg that I always gotta respect the Zerg player for, is they have to make that decision between, are these little guys gonna be mining their whole lives, or are they gonna be out there probably dying within a minute?
Yeah, definitely. And right now it's HENRYJ, Baneliness, centrifugal hooks on the way. Nidus network being built, so cheeky shenanigans out of both players, but at the same time, Dark Shrine being put down. Oh, so it's going to be Nidus network versus Dark Shrine. Robotics facility with Warp Prism, so both players are going to be doing some droppage. Both players are going to be doing some harassment. Both players are just going to be in a world of hurt if neither of them scout this.
Exactly. This is some really zany stuff. And one thing I was thinking about he was gonna do at first before I noticed the Nidus Worm that you graciously pointed out was that he could always do a bust here too, like or just a real fat Baneling bust and just take out maybe this this gateway cybercore here, because they're all close together, so the splash would kind of damage both, and he would lose key structures. But I love seeing Nidus Worm play, so this is even better.
Dark Shrine is done. Warp Prism heading across the map. Unfortunately, it's going to go right into the view of that Zergling holding that Zelnaga tower. So, Nidus Network already in the main base.
Look at it pump.
Oh my God. So, this is going to be hectic. Banelings have nothing to thrash upon because NinjaDuckBob was really quick to pull off those probes, and now these Zerglings have just going to go ahead and melee everything in the main base of NinjaDuckBob. But the Dark Templar are finally there for his own forces. No detection underway. He does have a lair, but no Overseer is there. It looks like a Nexus main down, Queen there for the range. Zerglings versus Zealots, generally one-sided, but with those Baneling helps, those Zealots go down very, very quickly. That Dark Shrine is still there. The Banelings are going to go ahead and focus it down. Not enough to bring it down. Oh, not enough.
Pretty
Not
meaty.
enough gas to bring down, to warp in a couple more Dark Templars. So, and it looks like NinjaDuckBob was just going for it. He warped in Zealots in the main base of ItsHENRYJ rather than just going in there for defense. And really, ItsHENRYJ only has a few Zerglings there in the main base. And there he is. Zealots warping in the expansion of NinjaDuckBob. Going to go ahead and chase away those Zerglings. Wow.
You could still save this cluster of gateways, this Robo, and this Dark Shrine if he rolled up here with that Dark Templar and those Zealots, but I don't know why he's lagging
Yeah,
on
no,
that.
here, finally, the Zealots do finally come in. They're going to go ahead and try to focus
There we go.
down those Zerglings. This Dark Shrine does go down. Sacrificed those two Zerglings to bring it down. Queen is done. Dark Templar there at the third base. Warp Prism there looking pretty. Hanging out next to those Zerglings.
He needs to get. He still has Zerglings in this nice network too. I'd really like to see him just pop those in there and maybe take out that pylon, and he could just essentially end a good chunk of that Protoss's infrastructure. Losing 5 gates in a robo here, although he needs to get some gas up and running here on this base and start turning out some tech.
Yeah, definitely. Wow, he loaded up a ton more Zerglings, and here it comes. They look like they're going to go immediately for that pylon. Oh, man. Why must you give the Zerg player that advantage? He knows exactly what you're hearing, and it's going to go ahead and split across. These Zerglings trying to try to save as much as possible. Surround does happen on those Zealots. The Zealots will go down. Too many Zerglings there for those Zealots to take care of. There goes the pylon. There goes the power. There goes 3 gateways and the robo facility. Here comes the DT to save the day, but not before 1 gateway goes down. I'm pretty sure another gateway will go down as well, alongside with this robotics facility. And
He's hacking them away one by one, but I think he may have lost his DT there, because it was sitting there for quite a while when he was just sending the Zealots in. But I myself have done that many times. In fact, I was literally playing a campaign mission with Zeratul yesterday, and I was like, where is Zeratul?
oh yeah, he's just gone.
He's in some little corner and he's all like transparent. So I'm like, oh, there he is.
Finally, ItsHENRYJ's Nidus network does go down. Right now, I would have to definitely give the advantage to ItsHENRYJ. He still has his main base really up and running. Looking at the units lost tab, 27 workers kill count by ItsHENRYJ, 23 by NinjaDuckBob. But what the difference is, ItsHENRYJ hasn't lost any of his infrastructure. He still has that Baneling List. He still has that spawning pool, Nidus network, his proxy hatch. And really, he still has 2 Vespin geysers there to mine from, while NinjaDuckBob is just kind of very much oversaturated on his natural expansion.
Yep, he's and he just keeps going with it. NinjaDuckBob. The great thing about this most recent update now is it literally will tell you up there in the middle. This may have been poke before that patch, but it'll tell you now the optimal amount of workers you want to have on your main there, and kind of go from there, because once you get over that, you're mining less efficiently. You're actually hurting yourself and impeding the progress of getting minerals.
No, definitely, we do have that. So we see that. Luckily, in HOTS, it will be a staple there. Right now, he has 28 workers out of 24 in his natural expansion, so really not that terrible. And he's putting up 2 ninja expansions, actually. And ItsHENRYJ has no idea. He's going to go ahead and he's actually scattering around with a single drone, and he will spot this third/second expansion by NinjaDuckBob, but I don't think he's going to spot this 4th up in the north-hand side of the map.
No, that's ironically enough, there's no overlord there or anything, so that's quite an ingenious spot. I mean, sometimes the best spot is literally right next to your opponent.
Right, definitely. And really, it's just a short hop, skip, and a jump away for this expansion to be scattered out, but that might not even be scattered out, because the Zerglings are going to go ahead and attack this 3rd base immediately. And what does NinjaDuckBob really have is nothing, and he's trying to turn out Void Rays at the moment. Not such a bad choice, especially since your opponent doesn't have any anti-air. But Void Rays aren't necessarily all that great up against Zerglings, and they will immediately bring down this Nexus. That's 400 minerals wasted. Another probe, so 450 minerals really wasted there. And all that NinjaDuckBob has now is going to be 2 Void Rays in a few seconds, alongside really 7 Zealots and a single Dark Templar.
Yep, it really makes you wish Nexuses could fly.
Just No, not really, because then I would be Terran scum. But that's just neither here nor there. I didn't say anything of that nature.
Kind of makes you think though that your race is more advanced, yet your buildings
Yeah,
can't
but we could
fly.
also warp things in. What now?
Yeah, we can heal all our total
We have
HP.
shields.
We have tanks.
We got Colossus.
Miners might have better range still. We have Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Really? We got... Who do we have?
Tassadar?
He's a pretty cool dude, but he's dead.
No, technically he's not dead. I played the campaign mission last night, and he told Zeratul he has never tasted death,
Ooh,
so that's
why you guys-
false.
Dude, spoilers. Dudes.
Come on, if you haven't played the Wings of Liberty campaign by now, then shame. For shame. I have seen players' profiles that have played 1,500 plus games, which is pretty respectable, and I see the campaign, not yet, and not even played.
Well,
I'm like,
the reason
really?
I say spoilers is because I don't remember that, but that's mainly because I played it 3 years ago. But back to this game, really, ItsHENRYJ still. Oh, Mutalisks. Oh no, this isn't gonna be good.
He's got some cannons in place though, so those Mutalisks aren't just
No,
gonna run
that's
rampant.
definitely true. But
Get
the
those Void Rays in there.
aren't. Whoa! How did he amass so many Void Rays in such a short amount of time? 2 Phoenixes there. 3 Void Rays now, and these Mutalisks are done. Stalker's going to go ahead and head on to the north side of the map just to make sure they don't retreat. That's it for those Mutalisks. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I didn't see neither of those Void Rays pop out. I mean, we were talking about 2 Void Rays not even 3 minutes ago. Is that correct? Or am I just crazy here?
He may have boosted them. I was kind of looking over at the red side of the map.
Yeah.
He may have boosted them. It's definitely possible. You guys have that crazy
see,
tech.
see, there you go. So it's ItsHENRYJ. Main base mined out, natural or hatch, macro hatch up and running still. His natural expansion is still nice, decent saturation, 16 out of 24. Nice little engagement with Zerglings versus Zealots and Stalkers with Void Ray backup. Yeah, those Zerglings are going to be churned up very, very quickly. And what's unfortunate about ItsHENRYJ, he never got any tech up. He never got any roaches. He never got any infestors. So if you're out there listening, watching, maybe even trying to glean something from this thing, go up into higher tech. Infestors are always the way to go if you're Zerg generally, and especially these guys would have, those infestors would have helped you out immensely. A couple of fungal growths would have just shut down this army very, very quickly. But because you didn't go into higher tech, really, that was really your main drawback.
Yep, this is still quite a well played game. Mad props on the use of the Nighters, HENRYJ. You know, that was definitely something that you don't see very often. But easily could have followed it up with some tech. And then just could have laughed as not only did the Nest Worm do damage, but then you could sit there on your crazy 4 Zerg bases with Broodlords, and he just wondered, how did he get that?
If you would have followed up with a quick 3rd, followed up by a decent 4th with some Infestor 4 defense, this game would have been completely different. And that's not terribly difficult to do, no matter what your skill level is. Especially after you've seen that main base go down, you might have, that main base, take your 3rd, you take out that pylon there, and you take out those key structures, grab your 4th, get those tech, and really, that would have been a different game. You would definitely won very, very easily. But that's neither here nor there. That's it for this replay. Both players are GGing. Very cordial, very awesome to see that good-mannered out of both these players. I would have just raged and quit by now, but that's just me.
It all depends on the game. That was a real wacky game. No real BM amongst anyone.
I think they were just very good-mannered out of the entire game. So yeah, may the force be with you. Yeah. So yeah, that was it. So yeah, that was it for this replay. I hope you guys enjoyed. If not, leave comments down below on what we can do better. Apparently, my partner hates it when I blame everything on him. But then again, who can hate the truth, right? If you guys want us to cast one of you guys' own replays, feel free to upload them to one of the major replay sites. Drop.sc is very popular, or swing by our /castit. Find yourself a nice little caster there to cast your games, upload, and have fun. That's it for me. Do you have any parting words, Esnov?
Just to let everyone know, I'll be coming to their house later to cut off their hands and tell them I'm their father.
I got it, but it's just one hand. But close enough. I got it. Exactly.
The left hand.
Boom, right there. I'm right with you, buddy. Fist bump, right there at the screen. Boom. Ah, awesome.
Boom.
That's it. I'm out of here. Later, guys.